Who getting that dough? Who getting that cake? Who getting that bread? Put a ticket on your head if you can't relate. Who getting that fatty? Who getting that cheese? You know I gotta eat. You know I gotta eat. Who getting that paper? Who getting that guap?
Oh, brother.
Who's smoking that top shit?
1 + 1. 1 + 1. So, tell me about you. Matter of fact, let me ask you something that you've already said, right? So you said something like this, but I'm gonna ask you this, but you tell me the answer. Okay. So, what's your life about? Enlighten me. Is you gonna live on your knees or die on your feet? You tell me that answer, because I always wanted to ask you that. You would die on your feet.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's basically faith. So I also see that you don't like to hide your feelings from the public. And work your little 9 to 5, don't forget to pay your tithe and thank God you're alive, right?
When I was at that line in particular, it was actually kind of satirical.
So explain that.
Hide your feelings from the public, work your little 9 to 5, don't forget to pay your tithes and thank God you're alive. It's kind of like things like that.
Okay, I understand. A lot of people don't do that. But it basically sounds like the average person. So, right. So at the same time, I want to ask you things where I'm not going to have this as a regular interview. I want to actually know you, because at the same time, people are so infatuated with the fact that a person has so many likes on Instagram or so many followers. But I want to know what your mind is like, because to look at you, I see this person with this really curly hair. Of course, girls like curly hair. And then you have these glasses on, and it really seems like a concealed person. So do you doubt yourself? Like, growing up, you actually dealt with this Stephen
Johnson.
Yes, and it's funny because isn't that your last name? Steven, yeah. See how God had that? Anyway, so it's like, do you doubt yourself? Because sometimes I look at those pictures, and I saw this picture with you and your little sister. You look so upset. Like you just look like, this face was just like, why did God do this to me? So it's just like, did you feel like that? And then growing up, I'm starting to see people start to say Kendrick Lamar a lot more than your name. And I see one time you tweeted, if you put Kendrick Lamar and Black Hippie, I'm gonna leave the group. Like, what made you say that?
No, that was, I mean, they printed a lot of media outlets were printing Black Hippie, the group, as Kendrick Lamar and Black Hippie, and that's not true.
Right.
The group is called Black Hippie. It's not called Kendrick Lamar and Black Hippie.
Do you ever doubt yourself? Because even though you...
Doubt?
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, true. But I go through the same feelings and emotions that everyone does. Absolutely. And the picture that you seen when I was a kid, with my little sister, I was probably just fresh out the hospital.
Right, and you just look like, wow. Like,
it's probably very bright.
Yeah. So then it's just like, to be so young, that type of stuff really scars people.
It does.
So for you, yeah.
I think what helped me get through that a lot was love. I'm blessed to have a lot of very close friends and family.
Right.
And they walked me through the entire thing, even to this day. So, you know, I was blessed with that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that helped out a lot with those type of things. And, you know, just those type of things just help build character.
Right.
And I mean, I've been healing since I got out the hospital. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's getting worse.
Right. I can dig it. So then I saw you said you get $700 a show. It was a lyric.
For my last show.
Empathy.
700 for my last show.
Yes, right, at that time. But then I saw you said you get 10K for a verse now.
Yeah,
so you're really coming up. Yeah. Right. So how does it feel? Like, sometimes you ever feel like people aren't noticing you? Because I also saw that you say clothes is not what makes you you at the end of the day. And then I also say, like, you also said, like, do I have to have diamonds in my watch to let me shine? Sometimes it's just like, do you ever feel like, do I have to have this diamond? Do I have to have this Gucci belt? Or do I have to have this? Do you ever feel like you're about to sit here and say, like, I have to do what everybody else does?
Just kind of in response to popular or mainstream music, like the music that like you probably hear on the radio or things like that. And I just still want those same type of accolades, but I just want to do it in my own right.
Right.
So I don't wear jewelry.
Right. And it's crazy because to see that, you would see the average rapper.
Right.
And then be like, okay, where his gold chain at? He must not be making that much money.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what I feel is a good artist is a person who they 300. Oh, you about to tell me the tags or something?
BBC is right here.
Oh, for real? They nice.
For the record, this is the Ferragamo. I'm just saying.
But of course, you know, it's artists out there that's gonna make sure it's seen. Like, of course, they're gonna make sure they wear this extra small shirt to make sure they see the Ferragamo belt.
Yeah.
But you not. So, come into that.
I just wanted to make sure, you know, I just support artists. I support art. So fashion is an art. All art transcends each other. So I support great artists.
I can take it.
You know, more than I just need to be seen.
Right, exactly. So I love that. I really do. And it's funny because I actually have to ask artists sometimes when I interview people, what do they have about their music? I don't really believe in people. But when I hear your music, I can hear belief and I can hear faith. And then you also said that, you know, dealing with Lori Joy, you said the next is your mom in music, and then that's it. So, you know, God forbid, like let something happen to your mom, and what if something happens in the music industry, you start losing faith?
And I'm going out with Kurt Cobain.
Okay, I hear you. So nothing after that is gonna have you keep going. Nothing.
Take my mama from me, you take music away from me too. I'm out of here.
That's it. But that's the only two things. So what if God really touched you and does that though?
Lori was taken from me. You take my mom and you take music now, I gotta go.
I hear it. Well, Lord willing, that nothing happens to your mom.
Right.
But and then music will always be around. So then I see that you have this unique style. And this is what I see like on not interviews, you actually were with Kendrick Lamar, you were with Schoolboy Q, and they were actually teasing you like, you're not eating. So do you ever see like yourself as, okay, am I really good enough as these people? Or even though you said you want there, you know, you want to be at the top, do you ever feel as though, if you ever have your really low moments, it's like, okay, I'm not getting as much money as them, so.
I mean, it's just as with all things. You get what I'm saying? If you're a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, you're probably like looking at Johnny Cocker, you know what I'm saying, type of thing.
Right.
Just one.
Right.
I'm not too content. You know what I'm saying? This is a long-term goal that I have, you know what I'm saying? To see out. And, you know, I want everything that comes with it. So if that means having low moments sometimes and having high moments or mid moments or whatever, so be it. And I mean, I feel like that's what all the great artists that we respect represent. Like, you know, just getting over it, getting through it. You know what I'm saying? Jumping over those hurdles.
So then you also said, I had faith in hip-hop before she met Biggie.
Yeah.
What did that mean?
That was just a great wordplay.
Right.
For a great hip-hop wordplay. And technically speaking, I was a fan of hip-hop before Biggie met Faith.
I can dig it.
Great word.
So you're such a phenomenal person, but at the same time, people feel like phenomenal people have to have this certain look. So how can you encourage a person to stay who they are? Because in this generation, to look and get to places where you want to be, I have to have fake butt injections. I have to have fake lips, fake everything. I got to make sure I'm messing with the right guys to make sure they get money. So how do you encourage a person to stay true to themselves?
That's a difficult thing, you know what I'm saying? Because we all have our own opinion.
Right.
And I guess maybe that's one of the gifts and the curses of me having Stephen Johnson syndrome. You have to wear shades or whatever, which kind of gives me.
Can you really see me, or? You sure?
I can.
Okay. At 1 to 10.
Swagger.
Oh, for real? I'm so. You better tell him. Anyway, so, but for real, you can really see me though. Okay, good, because you know I had to look good to be here. Anyway, so then, also, I saw somewhere that you felt as though Obama was a puppet. And saying stuff like this is just, but you see, wait, hold on, sidetrack. I have ADHD. I'm not gonna have this type of interview where I'm asking you a lot of questions about your music because you are just, to me, you're flawless. Like, no Beyonce stuff, you're flawless to me. I really love that. So, to sit here and say stuff like that, you can really get ridiculed. So at the same time, it's a lot of people that have that type of mindset. So what do you what do you feel like when you say stuff like that? Like, how do you think people are going to react to you when you say stuff like that?
Well, that line in general was just in regards to presidency.
Right, not just Obama. I meant today, your president.
He
Yeah.
was just...
Yeah. He's just the president at the time.